Good morning.
Good morning.
I'll just read my statement. I was happy when Chris and Julie asked me to prepare my testimony. I've had the pleasure of getting to know many of you, and I'm blessed to be speaking here today. I was born and grew up in Puerto Rico. I speak Spanish firstly, which is an island in the Caribbean, just north of South America. My mother was American and my father was Puerto Rican. Our family life was filled with love, violence, and poverty. We were a large family and generally married young just to get away from our unfortunate circumstances. Perhaps the most exciting thing for us was the Baptist church bus. The church was large, surrounded by a mass of poor neighborhoods. Most people didn't have cars or no money to run them. In the daytime, the buses were school buses for the Baptist Church Academy. And at night, they'd pick up folk for youth group or activities. And then Sunday morning and evening, they'd pick us up for church. We loved the bus because whilst the church was only 20 minutes away, it took over an hour to pick everyone up and get them there. During that time, we'd sing corritos, which are short rhythmic hymns in Spanish. I remember those bus rides very well. We'd get on the bus, our minds filled with personal problems from home, and we'd arrive at the church renewed in good spirits and fellowship. I was baptized there at 9 years old. I remember praying at around 6 years old, "Please God, don't ever leave me no matter what I do. I'm going to be bad a lot. But please don't ever leave me." And He has been faithful all my life, even though I have indeed been bad a lot. As you may know, one of the ways in which violence in the home affects females is in their sense of self-worth. I've always struggled with that. When I was 19, I traveled from Puerto Rico to America alone, looking for work. I have so many stories about God coming to my rescue. He got me out of the hands of evil men, prevented me from going to jail, reminded me of my loving mom, showed me friendships and good roads to walk down, and eventually led me out of my mud and into the sunshine. I've walked into many churches, and everywhere I've landed in my life, the warm embrace of my spiritual family has been a sense and given me a sense of belonging. In 2007, I attended the Easter service Sunday at the People's Church of Falkirk. From Puerto Rico to Falkirk. But then again, for our God, what is impossible? I'm no one from nowhere, and yet I am His daughter. This is my vision of my salvation. I see the church bus coming for me and me running behind it, grabbing onto the rim of the windows, holding onto the outside panel as it travels to pick people up. Speeding past, I see myself holding on with both hands, not quite inside of the bus, because I am undeserving. In my heart, I am unworthy of riding in the bus. The story of the woman with the blood problem who touched Jesus' robe from Mark 5:25 is my story. I need to only touch a little corner of His robe as He walks past, and I am healed by His grace. It's good enough for me to hold on to the outside of the bus in my vision, undeserving, yet washed clean by His love. God has always been in my life, and I have loved Him since childhood. In my darkest hours of self-hatred, dark hours of my mind and soul, and terrible choices, He has walked with me, lifting me up. I've never been alone. I have never felt His presence leave me, even when I left His side. He is wise and patient, and I am forever grateful for His protection. I am now, by His grace and love, safe in mind and soul, content in my life, and His servant. He is the keeper of promises. John 10:27-30 are my favorite verses. Jesus holds me in his hands, and the hands of Christ are wrapped in his Father's hands, and no one can snatch me from that. Thank you.